Hi, and how are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. So going out on Facebook and YouTube, this one. And what I thought I'd do is I'd talk about this book, Miracle Equation, because it is a good book. So I often, when I'm talking to people that want to learn kind of what I do to work from home and how I basically sort of got retired in a year and all that stuff. One of the big things is always self-development, and I always have at least one, more often two, three, three kind of books on the go. So I read Miracle Morning by this guy, Hal Elrod, and I'm not really doing the Miracle Morning. I kind of do bits of Miracle Morning, but it's a great book. It is good. I'm not knocking it, and it's something I might get into. But what I thought is, I read the reviews of this one and I got it, and this is very, very good. So I'll give you the takeaways and I'll give you some real examples. But the main thing that came out of it for me, I also heard on an audio book that I'm listening to at the minute, which I'll do one of these videos about shortly, because I'm nearly through that one as well. But I thought this would be really good for some of you guys to know what goes on in the, what he's talking about in here. So really, it's making two main points, right? There's a lot of other great stuff in it, but really the core of the book is about two things. One is when you want to achieve a goal, wherever that is, it's having unwavering faith, okay? That you're worthy of it, that you can do it, that it can be done, that you're going to do it. Unwavering faith, no matter what happens, okay? No matter what happens in between, you have faith that you can do it, right? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is extraordinary effort. Now, I'm going to talk about extraordinary effort in more detail because it's probably not what you think, right? Because I bet as soon as I say extraordinary effort, a lot of you are thinking, oh, that means he's working for hours and getting up at 2 in the morning and going to bed at midnight and only getting 2 hours sleep and all that. And that's actually not what it means. So bear with me for a minute. Let's talk about unwavering faith first of all. The example I always give is if I was going to drive from where I live now down in Cornwall back up to where I'm from, that's a 300-mile trip. And quite often when we've made that journey to beat the traffic and everything, especially in the summer, because this is a holiday destination, we would always kind of leave probably like early hours in the morning when it was still dark, miss all the traffic. It was great. You sail through, it's fantastic. Okay, nobody in the services as you stop on the way down. So the thing is, guys, when it's dark, I'm making a 300-mile journey. I can't see that far in front of me. Okay, but I know if I keep going, I'm going to get there. I've got unwavering faith that I will get there. Now, that's fine. It's a physical place. I've done it before. You have to have that kind of same knowledge that whatever your goal is, you're going to do it no matter what happens along the way. Now, along the way, and a great example he gives is about one of his friends that was wanting to lose weight. So he followed the process to lose weight. Comes down to this extraordinary effort thing I'm going to talk about. He was following the process and he was working out and he was eating better. And he actually, 6 weeks in, I think he'd actually put on weight and he was ready to quit. And Hal, who wrote the book, pointed out to him, well, have you checked your body fat index? Because maybe what's happened is you've put on muscle and muscle weighs more than fat. So maybe actually you're actually pretty healthy. And the guy thought, oh, I hadn't thought of that. And he checked, and sure enough, that's what had happened is his body fat ratio had dropped significantly. So he was actually doing well, but the results that he was looking at were kind of saying to him, well, you put on weight, it's a waste of time, I'm wasting my effort, I should quit. Now, if you have unwavering faith, okay, that you're going to do it, it keeps you going through that stuff, right? That's the first thing. Let's talk about the extraordinary effort. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't work hard, especially if you want to get something off the ground up and running, okay? So where maybe you are thinking I'm saying work all the time and get going is, I've done it. I can give you examples, but if you are pushing a car, your car breaks down and you need to push a car. When you first start pushing, it's incredibly heavy and you push really hard and the car doesn't really want to move, and you're putting your back into it and you're putting your legs into it, and eventually it starts moving. But what happens if you keep doing that is the car starts to gain momentum and it gets a lot easier to push, and sometimes as you're pushing a car, sure, you'll get an uphill slope and it'll be harder, but Consequently, what goes up must come down. You also get down slopes where actually you don't even need to push the car, right? And that's the same I always think with trying to achieve a goal. As long as you put the effort in to get it going, eventually you'll pick up momentum. And of course, you'll have like roadblocks along the way. We all do. But if you've got unwavering faith, you keep going. Now, effort, extraordinary effort. He puts it over really well in here, right? Just think what most people do. What do most people do? I want to work from home. Oh, great. Fantastic. What are you doing about it? Well, I joined this program, but that didn't really work out. And then I went and I thought I'd start my own SEO business, but then Google changed things. So I quit that. And then I went and I did this. And a lot of people online, they've done multiple things, and I've done multiple things, right? I can give you examples that I look back and I go, oh, okay, that relates. We did $30,000 in 30 days, where we did 124,000 in something else in 4 months, me and a business partner of mine, right? I went from 0 to 10K a month in a business from February to July. I did that, and there was a lot of hard work along the way. Okay, but where I am now, 4 years in, right? 4 years, business is growing again. We're getting better results for people. Okay, so why? Is it extraordinary effort that I'm working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? No, it's not. It's because I'm being consistent. And most people, they go off, like I say, I'm trying that now, and I didn't really work, and I'm trying that. They don't stick long enough with any one thing to make it work. And the extraordinary effort in 2021 is actually being consistent and staying with it. Not trying. I've said to people before, I would rather somebody work an hour a day consistently on what they're doing to achieve their goal. If they're trying to trade Forex with us or whatever it is, I would rather them commit to an hour a day and do that consistently than 1 week do 8 hours one day, 6 hours the other, then nothing for 3 days, and then maybe an hour, and then do you see what I'm saying? So the extraordinary effort in 2021 for me is very much about being consistent, because you can't help but get better if you keep taking those small steps, right? So anyway, I recommend it. I'll probably drop a link to it in comments on Amazon if anybody's interested. I think it's only about £8 if you're in the UK at the minute. But honestly, guys, it's going on my recommended reading list. Just some books, they just kind of click with you. This is one that's going on the list, and I'll be sharing it with my retiringarevolution.com crowd as well. I'll be sharing it with them soon, maybe in its own episode on the podcast that I'm doing. So see you on the next video, guys. Let me know what books changed your life. Let me know a good book you'd recommend. You can drop it in comments. That would be awesome. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.